Hello, young children. Gather round. Let us reminisce on a time now gone, not forgotten. A time before cold, calculated money-making schemes were so conspicuous. A time when creativity still had a seat at the big boys' table. And I'm not taking you back just to make this video longer, but that is my primary incentive. 2002 was a huge year for video games. Some absolutely masterful works of art were released in 2002. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2, Spider-Man, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, Ratchet & Clank, Scooby-Doo, Night of 100 Friends, Metroid Prime, Super Mario Sunshine, The Legend of Zelda. All of these games competing with each other on some level, with the exception of Hot Pursuit 2. My top 2 games of all time released on this year, and every game I just mentioned holds their own little space in my heart. With the exception of Ratchet & Clank. The year prior, Super Smash Bros. Melee, Jak and Daxter the Precursor Legacy, SSX Tricky, Luigi's Mansion. I could go on and on. Heavy hitters from 1998 to 2011. But somewhere along the line, people started to realize that the effort-to-profit ratio wasn't leaning in their favor.
Children!
Solid games continued to release, and still do.
Subway!
But the sheer amount of them is either much lower than before, or they are much harder to find. Hidden in a sea of other games. I'm sure many of these games had at least one guy working on them that actually cared and strived to make something worth playing. But when you play these games, you can feel those little rays of sunshine drowning in the darkness of greed and laziness. Assassin's Creed is a worn-out example, but it stands the test of time. The plot started out as something that sounded original and inspired, but as the series went on, the same rinse-and-repeat formula seemed executed to an even lazier degree. The Fast and the Furious franchise is something I hear people talk about in a similar way, but at least it's a spectacle. I haven't touched an Assassin's Creed game since Black Flag. This is where the little indie-looking games come in. But muggy. Good games are so hard to find, and I can't just throw away money at games until I find the one. Worry not, sweet viewer, for there is a method to the madness that isn't as maddening as you might think. First off, don't let yourself be led astray by cinematic trailers. EA displays absolutely beautiful trailers. They should quit doing games and become a full-time animation studio. The games themselves, however, are consistently bad. Watch actual gameplay before you buy, unless the developers have already won you over. I don't need to watch gameplay of the next From Software game to know that I'm gonna have a great time playing it. But EA is gonna have to prove themselves. Not exactly breaking news, but if this video can save even one gullible gamer from wasting their time or their money, it will have been well worth it. In closing, I hereby declare war on EA and Ubisoft, and all my subscribers are getting drafted.